This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to News 25. Thanks for joining us here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, June 16th.
Well, fire crews have been busy today. The investigation is now underway following a structure fire late this afternoon on Pahrumph's north side. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and the Nevada State Fire Marshal are conducting the investigation into the cause of a fatal fire that occurred this afternoon on Janet Lane just off Blosser Ranch Road. The recreational vehicle in the driveway of a residence appears to be utilized as a fixed structure. The details and identity of the victim are unknown at this time. Nevada Highway Patrol and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue crews, and auxiliary units were dispatched to the scene.
And in another fire, this time a vehicle fire, emergency crews respond to that car fire near Hafen Ranch Road and Kellogg Road. Thankfully, no injuries are reported.
And the Nevada State Police are reporting a fatal crash that occurred on Friday, June 10th on Highway 160 at mile marker 14. Preliminary investigation revealed that around 10:30 in the morning, emergency crews responded to that reported fatality crash. Upon arrival, it was determined that a white Western Star tractor trailer was traveling eastbound on the highway, traveling what they say is too fast for conditions as it approached a curve. While negotiating that curve, the tractor trailer overturned onto its right side and traveled into the unimproved dirt desert area south of the highway. The semi was occupied by two male adults. The driver, identified as Armando Lazaro Jr. Fonte, was arrested of impairment along with other charges and booked into the Clark County Detention Center. The front passenger, identified as 32-year-old Raul Shogolan from Las Vegas, succumbed to his injuries that were sustained in the crash and was pronounced deceased on scene.
And Lieutenant Kevin Klickner with Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue tells us about an unusual discovery that occurred in the early morning hours on Bell Vista here in Pahrump.
So we were dispatched to Bell Vista for a report of a single vehicle MVA. We weren't really sure what type of MVA. NCSO was able to find the patient who the RP had reported as walking down the middle of the road, and the RP had stated they weren't able to find a vehicle either. When we got on scene, we found the patient outstanding with the deputy. He had obvious head trauma, abrasions throughout his body, and he stated that he'd been on a motorcycle. He had went off the road at some point. He couldn't tell us where. He couldn't really answer some of our questions, but the extent of his injuries were enough where we thought he met flight criteria, so we rendezvoused with Mercy Air and flew him to UMC Trauma in Las Vegas. At this point, we did patient care, and Nye County Sheriff's Officer on scene searched for the vehicle, and last I heard he was still unable to find it.
And Lieutenant Klickner tells us about one person that was transported from a three-vehicle crash earlier this week.
Last night at Highway 160 and 372, we were dispatched for MVA, unknown injuries. Upon arrival, we found three cars in line. Each one had been rear-ended by the last car in line. One occupant was claiming minor injuries, was transported to Desert View Hospital.
Well, we're going to have to wait a little longer on those election results. We'll tell you why after the break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Lisa Spahitz and Mike Plasmeyer at Country Financial Insurance. Auto, home, life, and commercial. 775-727-8920.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, according to outgoing clerk Sandra Marlino, the Nye County Clerk's Office has received more than 1,000 paper election ballots that must be counted here in Nye County. Unfortunately, this will hold up the final election results that were expected Friday, but that will be coming around noon now later that day. So we'll post those final numbers once those numbers are released. Again, those results were expected sooner, but now we'll expect them around noon on this Friday.
Well, a local man is arrested, and they say that it was for battery and child abuse allegations.
On May 28, 2022, at approximately 5:30 a.m., Nye County sheriffs were dispatched to Desert View Hospital for a report of a domestic. An unidentified woman there stated that Logan Young got into a physical altercation with her, during which he held her with force, preventing her from leaving the bed, forcefully grabbed her phone, and, as she was attempting to call her mother, later grabbed a tablet from her son, blocked her exit from the garage, and took her keys and her phone. Once she sought another exit, she alleges that he pushed her against the wall and started strangling her with his hands to the point where she could not breathe. She had marks on her neck consistent with being strangled. The report then states that Logan allegedly headbutted her in the face, causing a fracture to her nose, a cut on her lip, and bruising under her right eye. Logan told the woman that if the cops showed up, Logan would hit her in the head with a piece of glass, and then threatened to shoot everyone. Logan was apprehended at his residence on Homestead Road in Pahrump and is now facing charges of child abuse or neglect, domestic battery by strangulation, robbery, and false imprisonment.
Well, in your health news, just in time for the official start of summer coming up in a few days, your fun in the sun could lead to heat illness and dehydration very quickly, especially for children. Dr. Richard So, who is a pediatrician at Cleveland Clinic Children's, says you can help beat the heat by hydrating the night before.
If you start your tank at halfway, as the day goes on, you're going to come down. So I want you to drink a bottle of water before you go to bed and another one before you start in the morning. So you start your day at a full tank. And as you play and you get dehydrated, you can actually just stay up in higher levels.
High temperatures and humidity can cause heat illness. Humidity can drain important body fluids. Children need to stay hydrated. So if your child appears tired, cranky, or fatigued while outside playing, they may be suffering symptoms of dehydration. On a hot day, an overly ornery child may need to take a break, get in the shade, and drink some water. Dr. So says water is always best for battling dehydration in kids, but sports drinks or even an ice cream cone can help cool them down from the inside out. If your children are experiencing heat cramps, they'll need electrolytes and salt, like potato chips or pickle juice, in addition to water. But a real red flag is exhaustion and vomiting. These are dangerous signs of possible heat stroke and could mean a child is fluid deficient and their body temperature is too hot.
When you see a kid that's in the heat and they're vomiting, that's pretty a telltale sign that that kid's in trouble, where number one, the first thing you need to do is cool that kid down.
Says that ice, a garden hose, or a pool are good ways to quickly cool a child's body temperature. However, if your child is having changes in consciousness, please seek medical attention immediately. Go to the emergency department or call 911.
And Shirley Molina is a contestant. She's number 6 for this weekend's Miss Senior Golden Years USA pageant.
Hi, I'm Shirley Melinda, and I'm a Miss Senior Golden Years pageant contestant number 6. I live in Pahrump. I do a lot of volunteer work for PDOP, Nevada Outreach, Nye Communities Coalition. I also do sewing. I love to cook, and I'm very crafty. And we'd like to see you all out at the pageant. And have a good day.
All right, lots going on with the Rotary and much more around town. All that and more when News 25 returns.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the Pahrump Valley Rotary Club's Interact Club was recognized for all that these young people do to give back all year long at a special ceremony recently here in town.
Tonight was our monthly annual social. And tonight it was overly special because we were celebrating the music award, Dance Music Award winners. We were also celebrating the Untitled, which is a high school version of the Rotary Club here locally in the community for all of the volunteer hours that they have performed. And then we had a member that we also had his 80th birthday tonight, so we served him cake and sang happy birthday to him. And that's one of the things that we like to do, what I call club service. We do a lot of great community service, but I think it's part of my job as president to make sure that the members of service also, when you take care of their needs, they get more excited and they want to go out and do more things within the community.
Interact is the high school Rotary Club, and I am the Rotary advisor for it. And then we have a teacher at the high school, it's Joanne Cunningham, and we have meetings on Thursdays, and they do thousands of hours of community service. Yeah. And what we do at the end of the year, at the end of the school year, we always, reward the kids who have done a lot of hours. They keep track of their hours. And we had 10 of them this year. We are, as Rotaries, because of the last, COVID and everything else, we haven't had a lot of things for us to send them out on. But they do, some of them go to J.G. Johnson and read to kids. I believe they're doing that this year. They used to. And they do the snack bar, I guess it is, for the booster clubs for the games. In the office, they can find out about it. And Mrs. Cunningham is the teacher. If they know her, they can find her and talk to her. And just ask around, ask the kids.
Rotary has this every year, an annual Dan Stover Music Award, and we haven't been able to do that for the last 2 years, but that was because of the pandemic. And we had started this year, and so hopefully it will grow to where we have more participants next year. We have some beautiful students that are taking music, and that is a passion usually of most students. And we have the one young lady that won, Gracie Tilley, that won, that just has taught herself the guitar and has no lessons. And she's got a real gift. She really does. So we awarded her the first place. And then the second place one was the flute, and her name was Naomi Zenz. And she has been taking, I believe, some lessons. The young lady, Azra Redford, won third place, and she is just starting to play the viola, and she's never had any lessons either. So it's just amazing to see these young people just have a passion and go forward, even though they may not be able, to have the lessons professionally. They're doing it anyway.
Well, she's my former student who took my journalism course at the College of Southern Nevada, and now I am happily excited to introduce Katie Fretter with today's KPVM News 25 Sports Report.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Fretter with your sports update. The Las Vegas Golden Knights signed a new head coach this week, and the Las Vegas Raiders signed a new player. As the Las Vegas Aces are fighting to keep their #1 spot in the WNBA, the Las Vegas Lights and Aviators are playing hard to race to the top of their individual leaderboards. All this and more in today's sports update. Bruce Cassidy was hired as the head coach of the Vegas Golden Knights on Tuesday, June 14th, a little more than a week after being fired by the Boston Bruins. He was the head coach in Boston for the past 6 seasons. The Vegas Golden Knights also announced the audition process for the Vegas Vivas cheer team. According to the Vegas Golden Knights website, the Vegas Vivas are the in-arena cheer team and will serve as community ambassadors for the Golden Knights, interact with fans, and facilitate promotions during home games at T-Mobile Arena. Audition registration can be submitted until Tuesday, July 5th. Visit the official Vegas Golden Knights website for more information. The Las Vegas Raiders signed a new player this week, Chris Jones, a cornerback. Although Jones spent the 2021 season with the Tennessee Titans, he has appeared in 29 career games for the Cardinals, Lions, and Vikings. He's recorded 7 passes defensed and 48 total tackles. The Las Vegas Aces were victorious over the Los Angeles Sparks at last Saturday's game. A'ja Wilson of the Aces scored a season-high of 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks to lead the Las Vegas Aces to an 89-72 road win. The Las Vegas Aces also won their game on Wednesday against the Dallas Wings with a score of 92-84. Kelsey Plum scored 27 points and A'ja Wilson scored 25, making them the highest-scoring players. With this win, the Las Vegas Aces booked their spot as the Western Conference representatives for the annual Commissioner's Cup. Las Vegas, with a record of 12 wins and 2 losses this season, is the quickest team to secure a spot thus far. The Henderson Silver Knights announced this week that their team will host auditions for the 2022-2023 Jesters promo team on Saturday, August 6th. According to the Vegas Silver Knights website, Jesters are a diverse group of men and women who energize the crowd, enhance the production, and entertain fans with a unique set of skills, all while executing promotions for all home games. Visit the official Vegas Silver Knights website for more information. The Oakland Athletics, a Major League Baseball team, has selected left-handed pitcher Jared Koenig and infielder Matt Davidson from the Aviators and appointed right-handed pitcher Domingo Tapia to the Aviators. The Las Vegas Lights won against Orange County last Saturday with a score of 3-0. The Las Vegas Lights play again this Sunday, June 19th, against the San Diego Loyal. For KPVM 25 TV Sports, I'm Katie Fretter.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's getting warmer out there for sure. I've been feeling it today.
Definitely, yes. And today's look outside, it's beautiful, but deceptive because it is hot. Those breezes are warm. More weather, though, after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. And what do we have on store in the weather map tonight? Nothing but easy bake oven weather. Look at this, Fernley, Fallon, Carson City. You're the bright spots in the state. 90 degrees, 95 out in Fallon, and the cool spot is Carson City, 84 degrees. Yeah, I don't think I'm heading towards Carson City today. Look at the rest of the state. Tonopah, Goldfield tied at 90, 100 degrees out there in Beatty, 104 in Amargosa, and we've got 108 for a hot spot today out in the city of Las Vegas. Hey, way to go, Vegas. 108? Oh, my. So it was like 115 in Death Valley. That's not that much different. Here in the Paradise Pro, let's take a look. 102 degrees. That's our current temperature. It was just 103 a few minutes ago, and that was our high point of the day. South-southwesterly winds to 17 miles per hour, buffeting us around. It made it feel like a convection oven. Very nice. I love being inside an oven. 5:25 a.m. The sun rose this morning in all its glory, hope, and promise. It's setting this evening at 8:03. Look for that. Under clear skies, there'll be some beautiful star watching tonight as we head down to our low of 76 degrees. Those southeasterly winds continue to buffet at 17 miles per hour. How long can this go on? Well, a couple more days. Let's take a look. 25 mile per hour winds expected tomorrow with 97-degree heat. Yeah, buddy. 19 miles per hour on Saturday. Sunday looks like calms right down, and Sunday becomes rapidly my favorite day all week. 85 degrees. Sunshine, not too much wind. Perfect. As we continue through the week, the weather heats up. We end up at 102 degrees Wednesday, Thursday, and so that's how that is. All right, make your plans. Carry some extra water maybe. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks, John.
Thanks so much, John.
Yeah, Deanna, tell us about the homeless wraparound.
Nye Communities Coalition, they are having a homeless wraparound, and that is going to be from 10 to 2. And there's going to be all sorts of services available there that are free. Hot meals, vaccination, showers, condoms, blankets, food bags, hygiene products, and haircuts. If you want to come down to Nye Communities Coalition between the hours of 10 and 2, 1020 East Wilson, right there on the corner of Wilson and West Street. Tomorrow, Friday, and thanks to everybody for volunteering for that event.
Yes, thank you. It's everyone's responsibility to do all we can for everyone in our community, and thank you.
Thank you so much. And we'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna.
I'm Unette.
Good night.
Good night.